Welcome to the Acting Career Tech Morning Show podcast. I'm your host, Kevin. Today I'm with Jameer. How you doing, Jameer?
Doing okay.
All right, that's good. So today the topic is the top 3 guards in NBA history.
And don't forget to like, comment, and share.
So look, the top 3 guards in NBA history are point guards. We're not kind of shooting guards because that's a whole different position. But the top 3 point guards in the NBA history, in my personal opinion, is Magic Johnson, Stephen Curry, and Chris Paul. You see, Magic Johnson, and he's not at 2. Nah, he's at 2. I give Magic Johnson 2. What about you, Jameer? Who you think is top 3 in NBA history?
My top 3 point guards, best of all time. I'm gonna have to go Curry, on Steph. I'm going D Rose. Then say all time, so I'm gonna just Isaiah Thomas. Then
That's a good pick. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good pull. I personally feel like, you know what I'm saying, if you really want to go more, you could say Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, who else? Steve Nash, 2-time MVP, back to back, which kind of takes is like, for my personal opinion, what takes is, the ability to be in the top 5 or top 3 is, he robbed LeBron of 2 MVPs back to back, and he robbed, like, those are 2 fraudulent MVPs that he had. I feel like LeBron should have won back to back. Chris Paul, his nickname is the point guard for a reason. Like, you can't be having a name like the point guard if you're not the best, one of the best of all time. Like, that's the greatest passer of all time. You can say John Stockton, that's the greatest passer of all time. Arguably, it's either Chris Paul or John Stockton, the best passer of all time. But like pure point guard skill and just being at like change the position and be able to do both. Steph Curry is the greatest point guard of all time, and I hate to admit it as a LeBron fan. But Steph Curry changed the game, but before, Steph Curry got here, there was a light-skinned dude in Golden State shooting the ball, Monte Ellis, before Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry just like, you know what I'm saying?
Then I want to get back on Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is that he can do everything. He can play everything. Point, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, big. He could do everything. He get rebounds, play make, shoot the ball, not too very well, but he can shoot. He can do everything. So debating about him is just you can't do that.
Honestly, yeah, you can't leave out Magic Johnson because that's one of the foundations. Like before Stephen Curry, we was talking about he's the GOAT, greatest point guard of all time, stuff like that. I personally feel this. Steph Curry is the greatest point guard of all time, and John Stockton. So honestly, I feel like the only top 3 we should be like, conversating about, arguing about. You can say John Stockton, Chris Paul, Curry, Magic Johnson, but you got to break it down to 3.
And I want to get back on Magic Johnson. He beat Michael Jordan too. Let's not forget that he did beat him. Michael Jordan never whooped Magic Johnson too in the finals. So, not in the finals. Michael Jordan is 6-0 in the finals. So he never beat Magic though. So that's why I got him my favorite point guard. So
it's true. I mean, like my favorite point guard of all time, Chris Paul. Though I ain't gonna like Chris Paul. Chris Paul should have got him a ring before he sat down and stopped.
yeah.
Chris Paul deserved a ring for everybody else. I say that though. I wish Chris Paul. He wasn't a choker in the playoffs. His teams that he just had was like he didn't have bad teams. It's just the teams they couldn't go further in the playoffs than what they did. He went to the finals one time, and they had to go through that great Bucks team in 2021. That was one of the best finals I've ever watched in my life, except for the 3-1 in 2016 with the Cavaliers versus Golden State. Back to Stephen Curry though, like Stephen Curry, I'll say this about him though. He beat LeBron, but he really shouldn't have beat LeBron because he ended up in 2014. I think he played LeBron, or it was a Spurs. Yeah, he played LeBron, and he beat him fair and square. Next year, 2016 came around. LeBron came back down 3-1. They blew a 3-1 lead. It is what it is. LeBron, that's the greatest championship of all time, greatest series of all time. No arguing about it. And then the next year after that, they went and got Kevin Durant to beat LeBron. Like, you built a super team to just beat one dude. And then he ain't have nobody on that team. Nobody. He carried that. That's one of the greatest, if not the greatest season of all time. But that's all for today, man. I hope you have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm with Jameer and it's Kevin, and we out.